Hey y'all, Sasha here, and welcome to the Positive Choices Show. And I am so glad you're here. Where is here? Here is where we figure out how to get through the crazy chaos that life gives us every single day. You know, sometimes we get lost in the laundry and we get lost in life. And here is where you can figure out how to navigate all the crazy chaos that life throws at us every single day. It really throws us some doozies, doesn't it? It sure does. So that's what the Positive Choices is. You know, I've had a lot of comments, a lot of great feedback, and I thank you so much for that. But a lot of comments about people saying, but how? It's much easier said than done to do these positive things. Sure, I can watch the videos and I can read a book or I can read your words, but then when I get back to life, how do I make it happen? How do I keep from having life toss all those curveballs at me every single day? I can spend that 10 minutes watching or reading a couple of things, but it's just hard. I know it's hard. Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, wore it out, had to get another one in a bigger size. So how do you get to the point where the positive choices you make truly do make a difference? I've got 3 ways. That's what this video is about. How to get where you need to get, how you need to get there, and what you can do to make a difference when you're there. So, ready to get started? I'm ready. The very first thing you can do, number 1, is find the positive word or phrase that is yours. And you're like, oh great, she wants me to think about a word. I'll tell you why. It's more than that. I want that word, that phrase, whatever it is that is yours, that resonates with you, I want that to be your mantra. I don't want it to be something that you just remember once in a while. No. I want you to find the phrase or the word or multiple words or multiple phrases that resonate so much with you and your soul and your life and what you're going through that they just sing to your heart. And when you find those, when you find that word or phrase or whatever, I want that to be your mantra. I want it to be the very first thing you think of when you open your eyes in the morning. And once you start doing that, once you start having that word or that phrase as the point in your world where you can escape to when the negative stuff happens, it will make a difference. So I've heard that it takes 21 days to create a habit. So every single morning, the first thing you do when you open your eyes is say the word or the phrase that you've chosen that resonates with you. Now, 2 more hints I'm going to give you about that one, okay? First, you're like, where am I going to find these words? Well, you can find them all over the place. On my Facebook page, The Positive Choices, there's a word of the day, a positive word of the day. You can just go to photos and look at all those and see if any of them resonate with you. You can also simply Google positive words or positive phrases and find those as well. The second piece of this is, I'm betting that your alarm clock is your phone. Just a guess, right? On my phone, if it's not, then just ignore this part. But if it is, on your phone, when you set that alarm every morning, where it says label, I have an iPhone, I'm thinking that's the same for you. Rather than the word alarm, put that phrase or that word so that when you turn off the alarm, that's the first thing you see. You'll see that word or that phrase and you'll immediately have it in your brain. First thing when you wake up. Now, there's a little bit more to part 1 than just saying it when you wake up every morning for 21 days, which will become a habit and you'll just do it every time. I want you to say it anytime something negative is happening in your world. Someone is trampling on your dreams or your goals, or maybe the kids or the world or the job or whatever. It's just going crazy town. And you need a place that you can go into for a hot second so that you won't explode. I want you to think of the word that resonated with you and that made a difference. And I want you to say that word to yourself or out loud, it doesn't matter, over and over and over again. It becomes your space. It becomes where you go when things get crazy. So you say it as soon as you wake up. I'd also love for you to say it as soon as you close your eyes to lay down at night. It might be a way to make you go to sleep easier. I know we all struggle with that sometimes. Just saying that phrase or that word over and over makes you think of wherever your mind takes you when you think of that word. So you're going to say it when you wake up, say it when you go to sleep, and anytime life gets a little crazy, say the word again. It becomes your mantra. It's your chant. Close your eyes for a moment if you need to and chant the word that you have chosen that resonated with you, or the phrase, okay? So that's the first thing you can do. The second thing you can do to kind of make these things happen at home outside of watching the videos and reading the books, the second thing you can do is tell your family and your friends and the people that are in your circle every day, tell them you're changing your thoughts. Tell them you're thinking differently. Let them know that you're going to focus on the positive words, the positive life, the joy that is out there, and you're going to focus less on the negative. Now, we all know the negative's out there. There's nothing we can do about that immediately. Down the road, we can absolutely make change. What I'm talking about is the things that happen in our world every day that we just don't have any control over. Somebody that you see that's just mean and hateful. Those are the kinds of things I'm talking about that we can't do anything about, okay? Telling your family, telling your friends, telling your circle of people that you're going to search for the positive in life more than you're going to search for the negative kind of puts them on notice. So if all of a sudden they're telling all this negative stuff, they're judging people, they're talking about people, they're just being mean, and you don't respond, which is a key component of this. If you don't respond, you can simply say, remember, I told you I was going to focus on the positive. But telling the people in your circle, in your world that you deal with, saying it out loud, may even make them say, you know, that's a pretty good idea. I might do that too. So you could bring somebody along for the ride. It's like a bonus. And the third way to hopefully bring this home, literally, and not make it just easier said than done, but actually make it doable, is to find what I like to call an accountability partner. It's kind of like when you have a buddy that goes walking with you or that goes to the gym with you. You're like, I don't really want to go, but I know they're waiting for me, so I'll go on anyway. So it's the same kind of thing. Who do you know that could use more positive choices or words or thoughts in their day? Maybe you reach out to them. Who do you know in your world that would be on this path with you, that you know feels the same way you do about the importance of finding joy and being positive every day? Reach out to them and begin that journey together. Have them pick the positive word of their soul, their mantra, whatever it is. Share it with each other and say, here's mine, what's yours? Maybe they're the same thing. I'm guessing not, because everybody's different and things resonate differently with each other. And that's a great thing. Find that person. And you know, a lot of times people will say, I don't really know anybody. And what I think is you don't know anybody right off the top of your head that's right in front of you. Often, this person may not be somebody that's right there physically in your circle. Maybe it's somebody you know from a group. Maybe it's somebody you met at a mom's club. Maybe it's someone you know from work. Anywhere that you can find that person that can be your accountability partner for this positive journey you're on, reach out to them and do this together so that if things are getting really crazy town and the negative is just hitting you from all over the place and the ugly and the mean and the life is overwhelming, you can reach out to that person and say, your code word is your mantra. I just need to say this out loud and I'm going to say it to you. But remember, you have to be there for that person as well. So I hope those 3 things can make it easier done than said. Find your positive word, your affirmation, your phrase, whatever it is, and say it over and over and over again. Repeat it to yourself. Let it be your mantra. The second thing, tell those people that are in your world, hey, this is what I'm doing now. I'm going to be intentionally more positive. I'd love for you to come with me if you'd like, but if not, I just need you to know this is how I'm going to do it from now on. And third, who can you do this positive journey with? Is there somebody out there who needs it as much as you do? Is there somebody out there that you can lend a hand to help them bring joy into their lives? Or is there someone that's already doing that and you say, hey, can I come along for the ride too? You know, the positive choices we make and living this life of joy and trying to corral the chaos that life brings, it's a hard journey. Life is hard. Oh, but if it weren't, right? And sometimes all the advice in the world is much easier said than done. Just do this and just do this and just do this. But life comes along and slaps you silly. So you can't just do this and just do this and just do this because reality said, oh, I don't think so. And they're going to just knock you around a few times. That's what happens. So what you have to do is be strategic about how to make it work for you. And I know for a fact that you can. I know for a fact that you can because I did. I have. And we all have those moments in our world that are less than pleasant, that are just downright hard. But you have a choice. You can choose the positive choice. You have a choice to get up and live and go on, no matter what happened. And sometimes the things that have happened in our past are so catastrophic and so overwhelming, we say, how on earth can I get through this? The only way you can get through this is to pick yourself up and go forward. And no, it's not easy. But having somebody there with you, having a mantra that is joyful, and letting the people around you know that that's your plan will help you get there. So I hope that your week is absolutely phenomenal. Thanks for listening in to this episode of The Positive Choices with Sasha. If you would love to get an email every time a new show drops, that's every Thursday, by the way, you can subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you do that. And keep in mind, whatever your positive word is, whatever your mantra is, whatever your affirmation is, it is fine. I didn't want to say it doesn't matter, because it does matter, but it's your choice. Maybe what resonates with you resonates with nobody else. That's okay too. So your challenge this week, drop your positive word, positive affirmation, positive phrase, whatever it is, down in the comments below. I'd love to read them. And reach out to someone to begin this journey of joy with. This is Sasha checking out for another week. Love you guys bunches. We'll talk soon. Bye.